Hey, good morning, family, or good afternoon, rather. Good morning, God's people. We are on the road heading back to Georgia. Myself, my lovely wife, and my awesome sister. And I just wanted to hop on here while we're getting some gas to make today's episode a radical fall to grace. My story, my testimony, my attempt to just open up and talk about the goodness of the Lord in my life and how wonderful He has been to me throughout my trials, throughout my failures, my successes. When I say mine, I mean mine along with all those who love me, who care for me, who have been a part of my life for any part or for the entirety of it. And what I really am learning as I speak about this and I talk about it, just how important that is to have people in your life who love and care for you, because God intended for it to be that way. And there was a time in my life where the phone stopped ringing for a while. And what I mean by that is I had stepped away from everyone who tried to reach out to me, to care for me, who I was accountable to and responsible for. And I remember, just how annoying it used to be when I was in my sin and in my depravity, when my then wife would be calling and checking on me or trying to find me, and I would hate that I had to either answer the phone or be accountable or come home when I wanted to be out partying or just doing whatever I was doing. It was this irritant that I would have to either answer the phone or go home or cut the nonsense short. And the worst thing that happened, I say worse at the time, is that the phone, stopped ringing for a time. And that's when all of hell broke loose. We live our lives. I lived my life wanting to be free, wanting to only have myself to answer to, only have myself to be accountable to. And I thought that would be a gift, or that would be a privilege, or something that I wanted, until I had it. And that's not the way I want to live, not the way that we should live, or I can't speak for you, but that's not the way that I want to live ever again. Because when I didn't have anyone checking on me or calling me, or someone I had to answer to or be accountable to, and really, to be honest with you, that never changed. I always had people accountable to, because that's my responsibility to be accountable to, because that's my responsibility as a son, as a father, as a man, as a husband. But when I shirked those responsibilities or shelved them for a while, because I wanted to behave and act as selfish and independent, and as someone who only had to answer and speak for himself, that's when the bottom really fell out. When the phone did stop ringing, when I didn't have anybody calling and checking on me, where people had to take on not only their responsibilities but mine as well, and they realized they had to live life without me, and they stopped calling, stopped checking on me, because I stopped answering. And the worst thing that happened is for that phone to stop ringing. And so I realized I could do what I wanted to do. And unfortunately, when I live after the flesh and I was carnal minded, what I wanted to do was nothing good, was nothing of God, was nothing that was helpful to anyone, was only things that were detrimental to myself, only things that were to destroy and not lift up, to tear down and not to build. And it didn't end well. I began to seek to get the consequences of my actions, because there was nobody there to pull me out of that fire. And I got burned over and over and over again.